This video is brought to you by Gemmer.com, a place where you can buy, sell, and trade collectibles of all kinds, uniquely for comic book fans and just lovers of pop culture in general. So go check it out, Gemmer.com, and hopefully we'll see you there.
Hey guys, CJ here and welcome back to another all-new end-of-the-week edition of Hybrid News Now. We've got a big video for you today with our first look at 2046's Green Arrow from Legends of Tomorrow, a surprising reveal from Civil War, and some all-new posters from Batman v Superman. But let's get started. In our top story today, that big Captain America Civil War reveal that I mentioned. And if you, like me, thought that we had seen all the heroes that were going to be in the movie in the last couple of trailers, then, well, we were both wrong. But let's backtrack a bit. This all started when Anthony Mackie joined BBC Radio 1's Movies with Ali Plum podcast in the new episode, which just was released today. While on the show, he made an interesting comment about a particular character's involvement in Captain America Civil War, among other things about the movie that has really kind of set the internet buzzing. So, let's take a look. Having seen the movie, it's Marvel's best movie so far. And I'm being honest, if a Marvel movie sucks, a movie in the Marvel Universe, I'll tell you it sucked. Winter Soldier and Iron Man 1 are probably Marvel's two best movies, and I feel like Civil War beats both of those movies. It's really, really good. Because it's more of an acting movie than an action movie. I feel like the story is very concise and interesting, and you get to see Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson and Mark Ruffalo and everybody just do really, really good acting. And then there's action in it. I think it might be the first superhero movie that might be up for Best Picture. And I do want to dive into that Best Picture comment because I'd love to get your guys' opinions on that. But first, let's dissect the biggest news out of that. Mark Ruffalo in Civil War. I say this with shock because if you've been following the production, you know that it's been soundly denied that the Hulk would at all appear in Civil War. Rather, it was actually reported that he was going to appear in Thor Ragnarok, appearing supposedly in an arena a la Planet Hulk. So you might think that this is just a slip. Mackie said the wrong thing. He didn't mean to mention Mark Ruffalo. He must have been thinking about something else. But honestly, I kind of find that unlikely. Because I think the theory that might emerge is that he was just thinking of Age of Ultron, but really he was only barely in that movie at the very, very end, so I doubt he's got those wires crossed. And personally, I think the most likely scenario is that Hulk will appear in Civil War, though it was definitely being kept a secret. And if I could actually potentially speculate a little bit, I think he might be a kind of stand-in for the nanite-controlled villains of the original comic books storyline. But that all remains to be seen, and regardless whether that comes true or not, I think it's necessary that he does appear because it kind of fills, it bridges a huge gap right now, which is exactly how Hulk ended up in space in the first place. But how do you think Hulk is going to appear, and do you think that Civil War could be the first comic book movie ever to be nominated for a Best Picture Oscar? Now, personally, I want to wait and see the movie. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but everything that I've heard is just fantastic so far. So this is just kind of fueling the hype train for me. But let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. And in our second story today, we have an all-new first look at 2046's Green Arrow from next week's episode of Legends of Tomorrow. Since the news broke a few weeks back that a futuristic version of Oliver Queen would appear on the time-traveling show, fans everywhere have gotten super excited for a more grizzled look and a potentially Dark Knight Returns-inspired Ollie. Well, we don't even have to wait another week for the episode because Stephen Amell took to his Facebook and Twitter pages to release these images. So you can definitely see that it's not 100% accurate to DK1, which isn't quite surprising, but the other thing that I wanted to point out is that it was reported that he was going to actually be missing an arm, but maybe he's just got a robotic one, I guess. The beard looks good, though. The other interesting thing to note about this second image is that it came with a very special message from Stephen Amell himself. The tagline, "Old feuds die hard," leading to some speculating that this intimidating-looking fellow could be Deathstroke or even Ravager. But let me know your thoughts on this futuristic version of Ollie Queen. Do the goatee and Robo-Fist do it for you, or would you have preferred a little bit more of a classic look? Let me know in the comments section below. And to round out our day, a brand new set of character posters from Batman v Superman. As you'll remember, the first batch of these character posters featured our Trinity, all with their logos kind of superimposed in red in the middle of the poster. Well, we've got 3 more for the kind of secondary players in this movie, straight from Twitter user @HenryCavillNews. The new ones stick with the theme of the first three, displaying Jeremy Irons' Alfred with the Wayne logo, Amy Adams' Lois with the Daily Planet logo, and Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor with the logo for LexCorp. So, as we're now only just a bit over a month to the release of the movie and the hype is at an all-time high, which of these three character posters is your favorite? Personally, I've got to go Alfred. It's always good to see the butler/bodyguard getting a little love and getting his own poster. So that wraps it up for another week of HNN. Don't forget to smash that freaking like if you liked what you saw, and subscribe for more great content every single day. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you on Monday.